This video is brought to you by Craig Petronella, cybersecurity IT expert, coach, author, IT HIPAA specialist for medical, legal and construction firms. Managed IT department and proprietary security for less than hiring. Last week, the United States formally accused Russia for cyber attacks involving the Democratic Party. It looks like the hack was actually much deeper than that, involving Republicans as well, and targeting people whose work the Russian government considers strategically important, and it's been going on for longer than initially suspected. The hacking appears to mostly have come through phishing, where a person is tricked into clicking an email or link from what looks like a trusted source, but actually loads malware onto the device. The malware gives the hackers access to emails, databases and work files, then spreads to the initial victim's contacts. The cyber attacks appear to have started 2 years ago, but got underway more in 2015. Targets included people connected to elections and foreign policy, Capitol Hill staffers, and campaign and party organizers. There was also a lot of activity surrounding people with close ties to Hillary Clinton's State Department, the Clinton Foundation and her election campaign. According to briefings by the Department of Homeland Security and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Russian hackers were able to gather information mainly through emails of their targets. Hack victims were notified and told to assess the damage. Turkey's reputation is less than sterling when it comes to censorship. Their latest foray into censorship targets cloud storage services and information hosting services including Dropbox, GitHub, Google Drive, and Microsoft OneDrive. Most of the affected sites were returning SSL errors, which points to traffic being intercepted on some macro level, such as the national level. The blocks come on the heels of 17 gigabytes of hacked information being leaked by the hacktivist group known as Red Hack. It includes almost 60,000 emails going back 16 years. Of particular interest in this data dump are emails from the Turkish Minister of Energy and Natural Resources, Berat Albayrak. Albayrak just so happens to also be the son-in-law of Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. As alluded to earlier, this isn't the first time Turkey has blocked internet services over potentially embarrassing information that was leaked online. Turkey has blocked social media outlets after everything from leaked audio clips to car bombs. According to reports, Yahoo developed software in order to scan the emails of hundreds of millions of its users on behalf of U.S. intelligence services. Additionally, installing this software appears to be the result of a Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act court order. The program was originally designed to scan for child pornography and emails containing signs of state-sponsored terrorist organizations. Additionally, the email scanner may actually be more powerful than originally suspected. One anonymous source who had worked on Yahoo's security team claims that the original backdoor or rootkit was installed by the NSA or FBI and was poorly designed and buggy. A rootkit would allow hackers to have administrative control over the systems. Ultimately, the tool was so poorly designed that hackers could have gained complete access to all Yahoo user data without a way for Yahoo or US intelligence to detect it. Apparently, Yahoo's own security team weren't told about the program, so when they discovered it, they immediately assumed hackers had installed malware. Once the team started to take action, they were told by executives that they had installed the program on behalf of the US government. Ultimately, this led to the departure of Chief Information Security Officer Alex Stamos in 2015. So far this revelation has cost Yahoo at least $1 billion. Since now that Verizon has wind of it, they are planning on shaving that amount off the $4.8 billion they were going to spend in order to acquire the company. A Romanian man has been arrested in the country by City of London police working on the London Regional Fraud Team. The man, Emmanuel Liut, has been charged for his participation in a campaign involving ATM malware. Authorities believe Liu to be part of a European hacking gang. The thieves broke into ATMs and installed malware that allowed them to steal more than $2 million from machines across the UK. Fortunately, one of the criminals was careless enough to be caught by a hidden ATM surveillance camera, which ultimately led to police identifying and arresting him. 2 other members of the gang have already been arrested and convicted. Authorities believe there are 2 more members still at large, but arrest warrants have already been issued in their names. Unfortunately for Mac users that believe their computers to be safer than one running Windows, there a new piece of malware that is adding to the mounting evidence that is no longer true. This particular program allows hackers to monitor and record video or audio using the built-in camera and microphone without the user's knowledge. While Macs have a green LED to alert when the camera is in use, this new malware sits on the computer and monitors for a legitimate webcam session, like with FaceTime or Skype, then secretly records the session without the user ever knowing. The discovery was made by Patrick Wardle, who is an ex-NSA staffer and now is in charge of research for the security intelligence firm Synack. Wardle has a knack for discovering security weakness in Apple products such as how to bypass OS X's gatekeeper protection and has developed a tool to detect ransomware targeting Macs. Wardle has released a free tool called Oversight, which monitors webcam and microphone activity for secondary processes gaining access and allows users to block them. Short of that, anyone concerned about being secretly recorded can do like FBI Director James Comey and Mark Zuckerberg and physically cover their webcam. It appears that Verizon is looking to get at least a $1 billion discount on its acquisition of Yahoo. Originally they were hoping to buy the company and merge it with AOL to compete with Google and Facebook, but the recent revelations involving hacking and spying have Verizon wary. 2 weeks ago Yahoo admitted that their personal data of at least 500 million accounts were stolen, making it the largest breach in history. To make matters worse, now it appears that it secretly created a tool that allowed U.S. intelligence agencies to scan the email of every Yahoo user. The tool was reportedly so buggy that hackers could have accessed all of Yahoo's user information and no one would be able to tell. The deal, which was supposed to close next year, has obviously run into a speed bump. AOL's CEO Tim Armstrong, who runs the Verizon subsidiary, is upset due to Yahoo not disclosing this information. Armstrong is considering pulling out of the deal altogether, but is discussing a price reduction with Yahoo executives.